Oops. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if the music is going. So if someone in chat could let me know if they can hear it, I would appreciate it. But anyway, I'm back painting the Contemptor Dreadnought again. I got it a little bit further than I had it at yesterday after stream. The biggest things that I wanted to do was nail down the scheme. There were a couple things that I had painted. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear the music. I had painted like this metallic color as well as his shoulder metallic color, and I looked at some reference pictures and was like, yeah, I like it better as the dark green. And then just flushing out the rest of the rest of the base colors, so like the white for the wings, the white on the knee pads. I primed and painted like his arms, so he's got the gun and the power fist with a plasma gun in the middle. So that's the stuff that I did off stream, just so that today could be a little bit different than it was yesterday. So today I will be going ahead and painting up the metal. Now there's a couple different ways that I'll be painting the metal to make it interesting. And I'll grab a reference here because I've done this before. So inner circle knight that I painted up. And especially for his armor, you can see like on his shoulder pad and such, you can see it looks like a battered antique metal. So glaze in some browns and some purples to give it like a more interesting feel. So I'll be doing something like that on like most of the metal, and then for stuff like the tip of this gun and the exhaust pipes, I'll do some heat stain, which is like a brown to purple to blue effect up the like exhaust pipe. Cool. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna start with Cygor Brown here, and I'll be diluting it a pretty good amount because Cygor Brown is quite strong, and I don't want the metal to be brown. I just want it to be tinted brown, or have a brown tint to it. So I'll be doing like a 3-to-1 mix, essentially, of contrast medium being the 3 and Cygor Brown being the 1. Alright. And I'm going to start off in places like the shoulders. Just doing a quick panel lining. And around the rivets. Just making sure that we start outlining the detail on the model. And then once we have that, we can do some like volumetric glazing. So I'm going to kind of have the lower down on the piece you go, the more brown it'll be, and that'll give you kind of you can kind of see like an interesting gradient where it gets some color towards the bottom, and then same kind of thing here. Panel lining and rivets. Thank you, Lazanor. I appreciate the follow. How's it going? Oh, you should set up the bits thing? Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that for a little bit, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Nobody really donates to me, so I haven't had a reason to put it up. But I appreciate that you wanted to dono. Oh, it's not going great? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm doing okay. As you can see, I'm painting a Contemptor Dreadnought, so and I think it's going pretty well so far. So I'm pretty happy with it, with how it's going. Other than that, I'm just, you know, sitting here streaming. It's a good vibe. Hopefully your day turns around. It looks great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you a mini painter? Are you painting anything lately? How long have I been doing the hobby? I've been doing the hobby on and off for, I'd say, like a decade. Kind of depending on, you know, when I have time, when I have money, that kind of thing. You're building an army at the moment? Cool, cool. What army? Astra Militarum? That's awesome. Have you seen the leaks? I don't know if you're into looking into leaks or not. It's your first army? That's really cool. Astra Militarum is awesome. They got those. They have a lot of really fun tanks. That you've been in the hobby for around 3 months. Cool, cool. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer. Yeah, especially since you're new to the hobby. It's expensive, and there's a lot going on in the hobby. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Because there's a lot going on, and it's not always easy for beginning hobbyists. But yeah, apparently there was a leak that happened where people got a hold of some pictures of some new minis coming for the Astra Militarum. They're like jump pack shock troopers. They look pretty cool. When I saw them for a hot sec, I was like, should I start collecting Astra Militarum? Like, sheesh. Are these models cool? You live in a place where no one plays? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I live in a city, and like inside the city, people don't really play, so I have to like drive out to like the suburbs to play. So I also don't play a whole lot, but I paint a lot because yeah, I just love painting. So you live on an island? Oh my goodness. You gotta take a boat to find someone to play? That's tough. Yeah. You're basically working your summer job for Warhammer? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, gotta find some way to get the money, right? That's what my job is for, to fund my hobby. You think you have like around 5k points? That's crazy. What all do you have? Do you have like a Bane blade or a Shadow sword? Like one of them big old tanks? Or do you just have like a million guard? Yeah, you have a big tank. That's awesome. Okay. I do have Discord, but I don't have a Discord server for my channel. I could probably post my Discord so that people could message me, even though I don't have a channel set up. That's another thing that I'm hoping to get set up at some point. The tipping and a Discord. You don't have a lot of infantry, it's all tanks. Who really needs foot soldiers anyways, right? Like, all they do is die. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Mod, for putting that up. Yeah, if you have an Instagram, that's a great way to DM me. You also get to see all the other stuff I've been painting. I generally post that kind of stuff to my Instagram, so. That's really impressive. You've been in the hobby for 3 months and you have 5k points. That's awesome. Just really bored. Fair enough, I get that. Yeah, I play or I collect 3 of the Games Workshop games. So Horus, Heresy, 40k, and Age of Sigmar. So yeah, I have a pretty good collection going myself. But I don't think I have 5k points in any army yet. I just have like 2k points of like 5 or 6 armies. They have too many factions with cool models, you know? Can't resist. Yeah, you kind of want to buy 2 boxes of the new AOS set. They did a really good job with the new models for the oh, what's it called? Skaven Tide, yeah. I don't collect either Stormcast or you got me, lol. Yeah. Yeah, I don't collect Stormcast or Skaven, but particularly the Skaven models that they released look really cool. Like, they did a really good job. They also just released pictures for the new Skaven models that they'll be releasing in the near future, and those look really cool too. It's just, yeah. I mean, hey, gotta spend your money on something, right? Although I also wouldn't call myself financially responsible, so I don't know if I would take my advice. But yeah, the Skaven look really cool. They did a really good job with that. Not just the models in the Skaven Tide box, but also the ones that'll be coming soon. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited for Skaven players. Like, Skaven as a faction was it had a, like, they had such old models because they were originally like a Warhammer Old Worlds army. So they had some models that were like 20 years old, in dire need of a range refresh. So it's nice to see that Games Workshop like did the range justice and got them the cool models that they deserve. Sounds good. Make sure you get some sleep. I appreciate you stopping by, and I also appreciate the follow. Hey G-Wiz, how's it going? Oh yeah, yeah, you have a good day too, Lazanor. Been playing some Fallout London? Yeah, you know it. I actually I took your advice. I checked out the London Bridge settlement and started building it up. Bro, settlements are so good. I can't believe I didn't know about them before. Like, it's crazy how good settlements are. you've built it up into like 2-story apartments and then your luxury house. Yeah, I built up, because I have like 12 settlers or whatever. So I built up the place where they sleep is just like a warehouse with like a bunch of beds. It's pretty bad. But I built up like a shopping center with like all the vendors, and like a bar, and I made sure that the bar had a view, because I was like, their sleeping situations pretty terrible, but they got a rooftop bar, so like, can they complain? No. I mean, they probably could still complain. Those sleeping quarters are horrendous, but that's okay. And then yeah, I built all the like all the workstations and stuff. It's like all the workstations being connected saves me so much time on like inventory management. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, and then I just sleep with everyone else. Because again, I just built a big old warehouse. All good though. Maybe I'll update it at some point to make them like individual rooms and stuff. You can create supply lines between settlements and share storage. That's nice. I think I also unlocked the Lambeth. I think it's called the Lambeth settlement. But I ended up kind of scrapping everything there for parts and stealing all the settlers to the London settlement. So it currently has 0 people living there, and there's nothing there. I stole all the resources and stuff. Oops. But is there a good reason to have multiple settlements? Like, should I be building that one out? No real importance besides having a safe spot and a fast travel point? Okay. That's what I thought. I couldn't see anything. Like, I couldn't figure out any use for it. But again, I didn't know settlements existed in the first place, so you know. You can mine materials in certain areas depending on where you place your settlement. Oh, that's cool. I guess if I figure out a use for it, I can always send people back. But yeah, I also I did take great pride in building out the defenses for my settlement. So it's got like rocket launcher turrets and stuff. It's pretty good. It's got a big old gate. I made sure my settlers were safe. I kind of want there to be a raid, just so that I can see what happens when someone tries to attack my settlement. But no one's done it yet, so I guess they're probably scared of all the machine gun turrets and rocket launcher turrets I have set up. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much of the main story. I've just been kind of walking around. Higher amounts of water and food cause raids, supposedly. All right, I could do that. It's kind of awkward to have food and water on the London Bridge because it's all like down below. I actually created like I fenced in the lower parts and like created a tunnel to like the other Earth spot because I was like, what if someone comes in on a boat and attacks my settlement? So like I have machine gun turrets and stuff down there too. You can build crock plots and place them anywhere. That's good to know. Probably easier, but the area underneath the bridge is also well fortified on my settlement. Nobody's getting to my crops. I had a cow show up. I didn't know you could have like a random cow just appeared at my settlement. Maybe someone brought it. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. I like the idea of the London Bridge settlement. Like there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, like hanging off the bridge, like hanging over the bridge, hanging under the bridge. Like that was a great idea by the devs to make that a settlement. I mostly just need resources. Like, my God, do I need wood? Like, can I just start chopping down trees or something? I don't know. Can I send my settlers on expeditions to go chop down trees? Have you been on the Stuck submarine? If not, they do a side quest. He drops a special pistol. I have not. I did go into a submarine right off the side of the London Bridge. I've seen it. I've seen it in the water, and I've been like, I should go there, but like I never do. Because whenever I'm, whenever I'm at my settlement, I'm always like dropping off junk or like doing upgrades and stuff. So I always forget about the submarine. I'll have to check that out. That's cool though. I don't normally use pistols because I spec'd really hard into the rifle perks. So like all my rifles do, what is it, like 60% more damage, and it's like 20% armor pen or whatever. Something ridiculous like that. Like so my rifles are kind of my go-to guns. But I definitely want to collect the pistol. Love me some unique items. And I just recently found out that shotguns and submachine guns also count as rifles, and like, boy howdy, is that crazy. Because I mean, shotguns just do so much damage, and getting the additional damage buff from my rifleman perk is, it just does, it's so good. I'm like one-shotting like legendary enemies with my shotgun. There's a mini shotgun called the Pepper Shaker. That's funny. I really thought I made enough this time. I'm almost done with the brown recess shade to kind of make the metal look a little more antique. Been doing this forever though, holy. What happened here? All right, this is looking pretty good. Oh, I forgot to do the back of this guy's leg. And the rim around the feet. All right. I think that's all the metallic. Alright, now I'm going to take a break from that to make sure it has time to dry. And I'm going to start on the heat stain effect, which, if I can find my paint, there we go, is like Skeleton Horde, Leviathan Purple, and German Blue. And we're just gonna start glazing the barrel of the gun. And the exhaust pipes. Yeah, I like this effect because it's easy to do, and it looks really good when you do it. Just gotta let that dry a little bit. Like it's so much better than just like a regular washed metal. Add some nice fun splashes of color to your model. That also like makes sense to our lizard brains. Yeah, it's just contrast paints, and so using just a skeleton horde right out of the pot, because it's more of a it's a very light color, so you don't really need to dilute it. But yeah, the Leviathan purple, very diluted because it's a very dark paint, and then the Azurement blue, also diluted, but like not as much as the Leviathan purple. Leviathan purple's like 3 contrast medium to 1 Leviathan purple, and this is like 50-50. So, but yeah, and you can do it. You can kind of do it as many times as you want. I like a more subtle, effect. But if you want to get it darker, I might come back in and do another pass. But yeah, it's better to err on the side of thinner paint, so that you can always add more. You can't really take away paint unless you want to start over. But yeah, you just get kind of just like a subtle heat stain effect that takes like 2 seconds and it looks good. You could also use shades, I think. Like I think I've seen people do, let me think, Seraphim Sepia, Shaiish Purple, and I don't have a blue shade actually, so you might still need a blue contrast paint if you don't have one, or whatever brand you use, like Army Painter, Speed Paints, or whatever. And then once this dries, you can kind of dry brush, like because I was using that was just like a base coat of lead belcher. Yeah, you can kind of dry brush on like a light silver, like a Runefang steel or Stormhost silver, to like especially around the tip of the barrel. And there's a lot of detail that you can catch towards the top of the exhaust pipes. Yeah, you have a lot of blues and purples that'll work. Yeah, I like glazing in blues and purples. You tend to get a lot of value for like a blue or purple glaze, like they do. Like those colors like really pop off your model. So like in a little bit, I'm gonna start glazing purple into the rest of the metal too, because it works well. But I think at the moment I'm gonna start working on the white, and for the white I use Griff Charger's Gray, another contrast paint. Again, just talked about how I like glazing in blue. I find that like a Griff Charger's Gray works, for me, I think it looks better than Gnome Oil on like a white. Just like a little bit of blue, like, I don't know, I just think it looks better than grayscale. And for this coat, I'm just doing like an all-over coat, and it's a diluted like 50-50 Rift Chargers gray and contrast medium. But I'll probably come in and like a line, like recess shade the feathers, because they're to kind of bring out the detail. Just want to do a little bit of feathering. Maybe a bit too much. I'll have to do multiple coats. I think I'm going for like a gradient on that. Same kind of thing here. The background of the line on the knee pad. Make it a bit more interesting, like just like a vertical gradient. I don't think I have any other white though. I did forget to put a... What is that? Some paint chipped off? Forgot to put a wash on that Dark Angel symbol. Really make those feathers pop. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come in with a little bit more purple and blue in particular. I'll just do the whole thing. Although I don't think it's fully dry yet. Gotta be patient or something. Boo. That's the one thing I don't like about contrast paints is how long it takes to dry. I get that that's what helps the contrast paints do their thing, is their long dry time, but I want them to dry when I want them to be dry, you know? What's up, W. Krebs? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Waiting is overrated? Yeah, for real. I don't have the patience for that. You kidding me? Use a hairdryer sometimes? Yeah, I should get one of those. I often see the hobbyists using hairbrush or hair dryers and such, and I'm always like, oh, I should get one of those. You have a small cube-shaped food dehydrator. That's cool. I like that. I like that idea too. No hair dryers in the house? Not that I know of. I think they're being hidden from me on purpose. right. I've been brought a hairdryer. Apparently there is one in my house. If it's a mini, I'm into it. Same. Speaking of minis, I recently saw I think it's Infinity by Corvus Belli, I think is the company, maybe. Those are some cool minis. I was thinking about getting. They're all like metal though, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. That sounds a little scary. Like not resin or plastic. Sounds like it might be a little hard to work with. Yeah, I don't know if I like the Griff Charger gray on the flat surface as much. I think it looks good on like a detailed surface like the wings. But on the yeah, on the flat surface, I don't know. The Griff Charger gray looks a little bit weird. When am I painting Star Wars minis on stream? I could, from scale modeling. The 501st bag? Yeah, I could, I mean, I have some Star Wars minis I could paint. If that's what people want, I'm down. Specifically, I think Star Wars, so I got the Star Wars Legion minis. I think they just came out with like a second edition of Star Wars Legion with some new minis. So I'd definitely be down to paint some of those on stream. You understand if it's not the vibes? I mean, I'm literally just painting whatever's on my workbench, so. Fallout Wasteland Warfare minis. I have not seen those, but I'm definitely gonna check them out now. Yeah, actually, W. Krebs, I appreciate the suggestion. I don't normally get suggestions on things to paint. So yeah, like I said, I'm just like painting whatever's on my workbench. So but yeah, I'd be down to paint some Star Wars minis maybe next week. We'll see how quickly I can get my hands on some minis. Shouldn't be too hard, right? They're made by Modifius. They aren't cheap. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check those out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more on the heat stain effect on the barrel. Just to get a little bit extra pizzazz. You know it. This dude's a whole One Piece watcher now, dropping anime references in my chat. I actually don't think I need to do another coating of the blue. The blue showed up really well. Just kind of the purple and the brown that needed a little bit more oomph. I'm not sure what to do about this knee pad. It looks really bad, so I'm definitely gonna have to do something about it, but I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll do checkers, like a checker pattern on it. I'll probably have to tear him off the base to do it, but that's okay. He's only held on by super glue, so he'll tear off pretty easy. Shouldn't break anything. You hearing the street noise? Uh, yeah, I live pretty close to a hospital, so you'll probably hear sirens quite frequently. I live in Gotham. Yeah, kinda. Wasn't Gotham based off of Chicago, actually? Or was it like Detroit? Because Metropolis is I thought Metropolis was New York. I don't know why I'm pretending to be an expert on DC. I'm not. Oh, okay. It takes inspirations from all three. Got it. That is good to know. Speaking of superheroes, though, there is a Marvel miniature game that I've also seen some really cool models for. So I might have to paint one of those on stream too. Pick my favorite Marvel superhero, paint it on stream. Yeah, you better be careful, W. Krebs. About to get banned. Who's your favorite? I don't know. I'd have to look and see what models they have available. It would likely be not so much my favorite superhero as my favorite superhero model. But I do really like Doctor Strange. He's pretty cool. Had some good movies too. Just start trashing One Piece. Yeah. How about you? You got a favorite Marvel superhero? Yeah, there definitely are a lot of superheroes, and especially in recent media, all the Marvel movies that have come out recently. Cap, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Thor, Spider-Man. Those are definitely all good picks. Obi-Wan Kenobi's your favorite superhero? Sure. I'd count it. Seems like a superhero to me. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop touching the white for now. I've been fiddling with it for a while and it's not getting better. You too? Multiple Obi-Wan Kenobi super fans? Maybe that's the Star Wars model I'll paint. Buy myself a Obi-Wan Kenobi model to paint up next week. Yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow and Sunday at the noon to 2 Central time slot. Needs to be 100% to scale. Are you kidding me? I think you missed the part where I'm a miniature painter, alright? Keyword miniature. Alright, G-Wiz, I'll talk to you later. 50% best I can do. Oh my god. Willing to go down to 35. You know, instead of Star Wars Legion, maybe I'll buy a Shatterpoint mini. Shatterpoint is also a Star Wars miniature game, but it's a larger scale. So the models are a bit bigger and I think a bit more detailed because they have extra room to work with. So I might do that instead. Get a bit of a bigger mini. I'm sorry, I can't do a 35% life-size Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not in the cards. R2 beating 2 B2 battle droids. That I could probably do. Do a full diorama of General Grievous's cruiser. Pretty sure B2 battle droids and R2D2 are both minis that I can buy. Say it faster. No, I'm good. 25% to scale. How about this? If you find a 25% to scale Obi-Wan Kenobi model and send it to me, I'll paint it. How's that? already found on eBay. Let's see this thing. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties with my monitor. Whoa. Uh-oh. Might be game over here. Let me check the other connection. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pull the stream up on my phone because my monitor crapped out. Mid-stream, no less. All right. Lost audio for a sec, but you're back. All right, cool. I am glad. Looks like I'll need to figure out the monitor situation before tomorrow because looks pretty dead. No links in chat. Ban that guy. Yeah, for real. Do get quite a few bots. I wonder if all streamers get the same number of bots, or if I'm being targeted because I have a lower viewer count. Rip. Nah, the bots are just trying to sell nudes to my viewers, or get me to buy fake viewers on some random website. You know, the usual bots. Let's see here. Trucci Violet. Oops. Alright, I'm getting pretty close to being done with the glazing of the metal. Which means actually I'm getting pretty close to being done with the model. Mostly I just gotta fix the white that I was doing. It was not going well. I think I got the wings on the chest to a good spot. I'm gonna highlight them up with a little bit of white. To get a little extra oomph on these wings. And I'm actually gonna do the angel in the middle of the chest piece here. I'm just gonna repaint the knee pads. They really don't look good. We'll just pretend that I didn't touch them. Nobody saw anything, right? And at this point, I could probably call them done. Oh, I totally forgot to do the candles. It's one of the most exciting parts. How could I forget? There's also a plasma gun in the fist that I forgot about. I'm trying to jump the gun early. Call it done for no reason, I guess. A good question is, are these candles lit? Should I be painting the flame? I'll have to pull up some references. Well, there you go. This is why we can't have nice things. Thank you. Alright. I think I'm gonna apply a quick shade to the candles, and then maybe call it a day. There's definitely more that I could do for this model, but I think I'm gonna call it done for now so I can start working on my other things. Namely, I got this bad boy, the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought, big boy, that I think I'll start painting him tomorrow. So, yeah, one Dreadnought down, another one to go. But yeah, this model was fun. I really liked it. It's a bit of an older sculpt, but it's really good. They put a lot of they had a lot of attention to detail when they made this model. That's really cool. So makes a great addition to my Horus Heresy Dark Angels collection. But yeah, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you all did too. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Hopefully I'll see you next time. I'm streaming again tomorrow from noon to 2. If you're interested and you're not following, follow along. Other than that, I'll be painting this guy tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye.